Hi folks, great to have you here. The hour is late, the world is quiet, and the moon watches over us all. Tonight we step back, far back, into the soft embrace of history. We're going to visit a place of olive groves and marble steps, of hearth fires and whispered philosophy. The city of Athens, as it was over 2,000 years ago. So, settle in, dear listener, let your breath slow. Imagine the warmth of wool blankets, the scent of cedar chests, the sound of sandals on stone, and let us begin where all days begin, in the hush before dawn. The sun has not yet risen. The city is asleep. The streets are quiet. Only the birds are awake, singing their morning songs. The air smells of earth and dew. A light wind moves through the olive trees, making the leaves whisper. In a small house near the edge of Athens, a woman stirs. Her name is Elpis. She opens her eyes. The room is dark, but a little light comes through the window. She sits up slowly. The floor is cold under her feet. She wraps a woolen shawl around her shoulders and walks to the hearth. She kneels by the ashes of last night's fire. She blows gently on the embers. A tiny flame wakes up. She feeds it dry leaves and twigs. Soon, the fire is strong enough to light an oil lamp. The lamp flickers, casting golden light on the walls. Elpis picks up a clay jug and pours water into a bowl. The water is cool. She washes her face. She ties her hair back with a simple cloth. Then she begins her work. She takes barley grains and grinds them into flour. The stone is heavy, but she moves it in smooth circles. The sound is steady, like a heartbeat. Soon the flour is ready. She mixes it with water and a little salt. Then she shapes the dough into flat rounds. She places the bread on a flat stone near the fire. The heat will bake it slowly. The smell of warm bread fills the room. Outside, the sky is growing brighter. Now, the city is waking. Men stretch and yawn. Children rub their eyes. The fishermen are already at the shore, pulling in their nets. The bakers have been working all night, and the smell of fresh bread drifts through the streets. Elpis breaks the bread and dips it in honey. She eats slowly, watching the light grow stronger. Soon the house will be busy. But for now, it is just her and the quiet morning. The sun is higher now. The marketplace is open. The agora is the heart of Athens, where people come to trade, to talk, to listen. But no one is in a hurry. The day is long, and there is time for everything. A fisherman lays out his catch. Fresh sardines, red mullet, maybe even an eel. The smell of salt and seaweed hangs in the air. A woman stops to look. She presses a finger against the fish's skin. It must be firm, fresh. She nods and hands the man a few coins. Nearby, a potter sits behind his stall. His hands are stained with clay. He turns a small cup in his fingers, checking for cracks. A boy watches him, eyes wide. The potter smiles and hands him a tiny clay horse, a gift. The boy runs to show his mother. She laughs and pats his head. The potter goes back to his work, shaping wet clay into something new. In the shade of a colonnade, an old man sits on a stool. He is a shoemaker. His hands are rough but careful. He stitches leather sandals, one slow stitch at a time. A young man sits nearby, watching. He is learning. The old man does not speak much, but his hands teach. The sun climbs higher, the shadows grow shorter, but still no one rushes. A man buys olives and eats them one by one, savoring the salt. Two friends share a cup of watered wine, talking of nothing important. A dog naps in a patch of sunlight. This is the agora, not just a market, but a place where life happens, slowly, gently, like the turning of the seasons. The sun is high now. The heat sits heavy in the air. Most Athenians have left the agora. The streets are empty again. It is time for rest. In a shaded courtyard, a man named Leonidas lies on a wooden couch. The couch is simple but comfortable, with thin cushions. Above him, vine leaves twist along a trellis. The green shadows dance on his face as the breeze moves the leaves. He is not sleeping, not quite awake either. His eyes are half closed. In his hand, a cup of watered wine. The cup is cool against his fingers. He takes a small sip. The taste is faint, mostly water, just a memory of grapes. Nearby, his wife sits spinning wool. The spindle turns, turns, turns. The wool is soft between her fingers. The rhythm is steady like breathing. Sometimes she hums, an old song about the sea. Their daughter plays quietly with knuckle bones in the corner. The small bones click-clack as she tosses them. She's pretending their horse is racing. Her bare feet are dusty from the morning. No one speaks much. Words would break this perfect quiet. The cat stretches in a patch of sun. A bee buzzes near the flowers. Somewhere far away, a shepherd calls to his sheep. But here, in this courtyard, time has stopped. The air is cooling now. Shadows grow long across the floors. Inside the house, Elpis moves from room to room with her oil lamp. She lights other lamps as she goes. Each flame wakes up slowly, first a small glow, then brighter. The light flickers on the walls, making the painted design seem to move. In the kitchen area, she checks the evening meal. Lentils simmer in a clay pot. The smell mixes with the oil from the lamps, earthy and rich. She stirs in some herbs, a sprinkle of salt. Her spoon makes soft scraping sounds against the pot. Her daughter comes in, carrying fresh-picked greens. "For the salad," she says. Her hands are still damp from washing them at the fountain. They work together quietly, tearing the leaves into a bowl. Outside, the men are returning. You can hear their sandals on the stone path. Laughter. The clink of a wine jug being set down. The day's work is done. Night has come. In Leonidas' house, guests arrive. Not a loud party, just a few friends. They take off their sandals at the door. The floor is cool under their feet. They recline on couches arranged in a circle. A young slave boy moves between them, pouring wine, always mixed with water. 1 part wine, 3 parts water. The cup passes from hand to hand. The talk is quiet tonight. No politics, no arguments, just stories. One man tells about his childhood by the sea. Another remembers his father's olive grove. The words come slowly between sips of wine. In the corner, the lyre player plucks the strings. The notes hang in the air like fireflies. No one claps. No one interrupts. The music is just part of the night, like the stars outside. Hours pass this way. The wine cups are refilled. The stories grow softer. Some men close their eyes, just listening. The youngest guest tries not to yawn. One by one, the lamps go out. The symposium ends with quiet goodnights. Sandals scrape on the doorstep. The guests disappear into the dark streets. In the house, Elpis checks the doors. She makes sure the fire is safe. Her daughter sleeps already, curled like a kitten. The knuckle bones still sit where she left them. Leonidas stands in the courtyard one last time. He looks at the stars, the same stars that have watched over Athens for generations. He breathes deeply. The night air smells of jasmine. Tomorrow will come. The bread will need baking, the fish will need buying, but now is just for rest. The city dreams, and so do its people.